Hello, guys. What day is it? Friday? Happy Friday, baby. Happy face, man. Hope you well, mate. Hope you, wow, who's that beeping? Great. Hope you having a great day. Hello, John. You're still listening to my last live? Okay, maybe what you're best doing is pausing that and listening to this one because you won't have commercials. Hello, rough bastards. Much love to you, mate. So I'm here today to talk about why there's so many awareness days. I've been questioning this topic now for a few months. And everything that these people do who run the world, there's an agenda behind it. So although these awareness days seem like they're doing them to help people, it's not. It's the opposite, in my opinion. Yo, baby! Right before your eyes. Hope you well. Hope you well. So I'm going to give my opinions, and then I'd like your opinions. Because with this topic I'm talking about, it is opinion, like almost everything that I bring up. Hey, Tonka. It's a great name. Oh, my throat's hurting a bit. Tonka, it just made me think of conkers. When I was younger, hit conkers from a tree and throw a stick at it. The little things brought me pleasure as a youth. Conkers. Hey, Klein. It's great that you're here, mate. I've just done a code on my Patreon about Harry Kane, an unbelievable code about Harry Kane, why it might lead to England winning the World Cup. I'm not going to go through it. I can't speak about everything I put on Patreon. It's not right. But I just did a code about Harry Kane, which is funny. Give me a shout there, starting to perhaps crumble, baby. Woo! Greenwood bagged on 31 and wore number 11, 16 weeks and 6 days before the final. Klopp born 16-6. I think Liverpool win 3-1, 31 days after the 137th day of the year. Liverpool get their 7th Champions League and Madrid's down 13. It's an amazing code. It's a really, really hard game. I keep trying to tell people, as I have 14 in the live, 6 likes, and Madrid can get the 14th European Cup, keeping Liverpool on 6. It's a really, 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 really hard game. Really hard game. I have so much. That shooting was connected to the Champions League final. I just don't know who it favours. The shooter was born on the 137th day of the year. Liverpool can stay on 137 Champions League wins, or Madrid can stay on 13 European Cups and Liverpool get the 7th, 137. There's so much to all of this. This final is the hardest I've ever seen in my life. It really is the hardest. Benzema's getting the Ballon d'Or 63 days before his birthday, and all the 63s that I've decoded. So he's getting the Ballon d'Or, I think, whatever happens, by the look of it, with his numbers. But that's a really good code, mate. Greenwood as well connects to Ron Greenwood, who was England's head coach in the 1982 World Cup in Spain, where England went undefeated, but didn't win the tournament. So yeah, Mason Greenwood, Ron Greenwood was the coach for England, and every England coach is a Mason. I did a code about Gareth Southgate on my Patreon as well today, which really looks good for England. Did you guys see Mason Mount in Monaco wearing the black and white shirt, the Masonic colours? Obviously, all the comments were, "You look so cool, Mason." Not saying that he's mocking us. And DWG, the last time Liverpool played Real Madrid in the final, it finished 3-1 to Real Madrid. Real Madrid get their 122nd trophy in the 67th European final, while Carlo Ancelotti can get his 22nd trophy. I've told you, like, there's so many numbers in this game. And in regards to the 22, mate, for you, the upcoming World Cup is going to be the 22nd edition of the World Cup. I think Ancelotti won a World Cup with Italy, didn't he? We know at this point people like Ancelotti are high-ranked Freemasons, or maybe even royal bloodline, Illuminati bloodline, somebody like Ancelotti. I saved a photograph today, and it was of Mourinho. It's like, why Mourinho remains the master of winning European finals? It's because of his bloodline. It's not because he's an amazing coach and he's incredible guiding his team to win these major tournaments, because he's such a wonderful coach. It's not. It's his bloodline, his Masonic ties, and that's the reality of the situation. Yeah, Mason Mount at the Monaco Grand Prix, guys. So I've tried to tell you all. I've told you now with me with sports, I'm still really good at it. I have days where I still really enjoy coding it. But either next month or the month after, I am going to go next level with this knowledge. I have so many people asking me for like 1 hour calls with me where they'll pay me to decode their life, to teach them how to decode. That's where I think I'm going to excel. I'm a teacher at heart. So decoding the sports, I'll still do it, but it's going to be a really minor part of what I do. Because I do think this knowledge is way bigger than it. And I've been doing that for 2 years now, decoding sports. It sounds silly. Why would you stop when you're so good at it? Because I want to really, truly change people's life with this knowledge, not just win them a bit of money. But I'll keep doing it for now. Jay Soul, sorry, mate. Yeah, Jay Soul's just reminding me that sports are real. Sorry, mate. Yeah, they are. They're 100% real. Jay Soul and I will be decoding the NBA Finals, baby. Golden State Warriors got there. If you have been watching my lives, you'll know that I said 4-1 at the beginning of the series to the Warriors. And they made it 4-1 last night. And can Steve Kerr stop talking about gun control, please? I see through you, mate. It's so painfully obvious. Again, I think when you really, really have eyes to see and your discernment levels are at high level, the level of acting is truly pathetic. But on the other hand, people are getting taken in by this. So maybe the acting isn't as bad as I think it is. Instagram will often tell you how the normie is seeing the world and how easy it is to basically manipulate them. Adam, if you were sportsman 18 again, whose illusion of sport had been shattered by your awakening, what would you have done instead? Wow, Kareem, what a wonderful question, mate. A few people we have this discussion. Me and Red Pill Monkey always say, do you wish you had your awakening earlier? Guys, it's 23 in the live, 8 likes, Kobe Bryant's birthday. And I was like, no, because I had an amazing life before my awakening. And I think, like you said, I wouldn't have gone into coaching, probably wouldn't have gone into teaching, knowing that the education system is completely corrupt and to indoctrinate people. So what would I have done? Maybe a personal trainer. That's something that you can really help people with. Personal training would have been something maybe I would have done. I love psychology. I was always interested in becoming a psychologist, but then again, they're all completely controlled and basically read lines off a script. So I think a personal trainer, mate, but there's not much money in that unless you're training the stars. But again, I've never been obsessed with money. I probably would have done that. A lot of people said I would have been a really good lawyer because I'm very convincing and articulate. But again, that's a corrupt system as well. Yeah, Jay Soul should go on the X Factor. It's funny, it's called the X Factor, and X is 10 in Roman numerals, Satan, number 10. And it's also the skull and bones. So the X Factor, which we've just associated with having that talent. If you have the X Factor, then it just means that you're more talented than the average person. Now, I know what they're doing with the X Factor. I've got a friend who's a beast in football. He's 18 years old and is in Europe, born on the 201st day of the year. He might just make it. We'll see. I think it was you who said, Scripts Unveiled, I had perfect numbers to be a football agent just because I'm born 14-4, like Jesuit orders 144. However, that's not how it works. I think it is Masonic ties, bloodline, if you're an invert or not. It might have something to do with your numbers, if your numbers are truly special, because it's the numbers that fulfill the ritual. But there's still people telling me, these top stars and celebrities, they don't know what's going on whatsoever. They're being used. I disagree. I just did a post about Jimmy Fallon where I've got about 4 photos of him wearing a dress. Jimmy Fallon's a woman. John Cena's in a dress, Will Ferrell, and all of this. And I know people don't like this. There's a lot of people that don't like me talking about it. But the level of deception is an absolute disgrace. And basically, Hollywood's promoted men in dresses. And then lads just do it for a bit of banter. And it's not banter. There's nothing funny about a guy in a dress. It's disgraceful. That's the reality. And then these celebrities, they got people wearing nail varnish, guys wearing nail varnish, getting nose piercings, dyeing the hair pink. I'm not having it. It winds me up, but Madrid can make Liverpool 6-4 in Champions League finals at 64, the final 64 days before the end of the Ignatian year. Liverpool won the... Yeah, I've got that. And also coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 3/11, which is the 64th prime. So there's a lot for Liverpool to drop to 6-4, which I've said, but there's loads of stuff for them to become 7-3. You're never going to see Illusion in a dress, baby. You'll never see me wearing a fucking dress, put it that way. And again, someone like Jimmy Fallon, he looks better as a woman than a man because he's naturally a woman. He loves the role when he dresses up in a dress. He enjoys it. And a lot of them go, wow, he's such a convincing woman. It's like, because it's a woman. That's why he's so convincing. A lot of them. Jennifer Aniston is looking more masculine these days, as is Jennifer Lopez. But yeah, the older they get, like the hormones like wear off. Their masculinity starts appearing. Howard Stern, yeah, definitely. Adam could be doing with a wee hand once you finish here. I've never seen so much threes in my life. See, that's the stuff that I'm getting offered now. Like, you won't believe the amount. Oh my God, 33 in the live, 11 likes, 11 times 3 is 33. Coronavirus declared a pandemic on 11/3. Corona 33 in Gematria. A lot of people are saying, can you decode my life? Can I speak to you for an hour? I'll pay you whatever. People say, I'll pay you whatever. So I've come up with a questionnaire, which I've designed, because I'm always trying to go to the next level and not get comfortable doing one thing. Like, oh no, you're fine with just Patreon the way you're doing it. It's good. No, I want to keep going with it. So I've designed a questionnaire, and it's really basic. It's literally like, what's your full name? What's your nickname? What's your date of birth? What's your marital status? When did you get married? Do you have kids? What's your favorite color? Where were you born? Do you know what time you were born? All this type of stuff. And then I'll just decode their life. I've done it for 2 people. They loved it. They said it was incredible. So, and even if I don't become great at that, I can just say, this is how I decode. This is how I see the world, because I have an opinion on everything now, it seems. I've got knowledge of so many things. So I'm going to start doing that. My Patreon, it was like a group of 30 odd people that said they wanted to do a live call with me, and I'll pay like $5 or $10 or whatever. I'd never did it, but that would be great. I might start doing things like that. All right, Harry Kane was on the Jimmy Fallon show. Exactly. Another invert, Harry Kane, who married his brother or sister. Yeah, what's Harry Kane doing on it? Why is Harry Kane flying to the US to go on the Jimmy Fallon show? Why? Why do people care what Harry Kane has to say? He can't even fucking talk. He can't even speak. Who gives a fuck what Harry Kane's got to say? Because it's a big ritual, because he's probably winning the World Cup. So they're getting his name out there in the US. I told you they can make anyone a star. Anyone a star they want. Hollywood's run by inverts. Simple as that. That is the reality. The whole of Hollywood. All these shootings you come across, the shooters, they're all inverts as well, and their family members are inverts. It's time for people to start doing a trans investigation, baby, on these people. It's time to start doing that. And a lot of the time, you can't really go at the kids. It's harsh. It's the parents. It's the parents. How long do you think until they come for you? Don't give a shit, baby. Could be today, could be next week, could be next year. And who's they? Gonna get some 75-year-old Jesuit threaten me? I'll knock him out. I put on my Twitter yesterday, if you could knock out only one Teletubby who supposedly all got vaccinated so they could have a happy Teletubby summer, which Teletubby would you rather knock out? I said I would rather knock out Tinky Winky. The fat-assed, purple, deceiving twat. If I could knock out one Teletubby, it would be Tinky Winky. A lot of people said Poe, which I understand as well. And you know George Jones is Jim Carrey, Adam? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Jay Sol, I apologize for being mean to Harry Kane. I'm sorry, Harrietta. I apologize. You're a sweet guy. You're a great footballer. You're a real inspiration to our nation. So yesterday, Justin Bieber was performing in Mexico. I don't know where, probably Mexico City, maybe Guadalajara. And a lot of my friends and ex-students who I taught in high school went to the concert. And the photograph that they used, the marketing, was Justin Bieber doing this. Looking all depressed, covering one eye. And I'm like, should I tell people? But I'm like, no, that they love Justine Bieber. They love him. And if I'm going to be there and like, well, look at him with a one-eyed symbolism, they'll go, no, it just looks super sexy. Okay, do you know it's a woman? Do you know you're attracted to a woman, girls? I'm not going to do it anymore. Enjoy Justine, who, again, from a very young age, got forced into this industry. Part of me feels sorry for him, and then there's no way out. There's no way out for people like Bieber. Klaus Schwab, Klaus Schwab needs a good slap, doesn't he? Watch Sadio Mane leave Liverpool. What are you thinking, mate? I think Klopp's going to be gone soon and replaced by Gerrard. 2 years max. Is Mexico the land of the dead? I don't know. There's so much spirit in Mexico. I'm actually looking for apartments today in 3 hours. I'm desperate to get out of the apartment that I'm in. And again, like Jay Sol said, the power of perspective. I've wanted out of this apartment for a while. The landlord's basically kicking me out because he said I complain too much. Well, look after your apartment then. It's an absolute shithole. Have a bit of fucking respect for your apartment and your building. God's sake. I don't believe it. Good play on words, mate. Mexico is the most ritual country like Colombia. Have you been to every country, Azan, to be able to say that? Have you been to every single country to be able to come out with a statement like that? It's the people who've called out Mexico multiple times to me who've never been. Those people make me laugh. You better not go to Mexico, Adam. It's so dangerous. And the cartel are going to get you. All right, have you ever been? No, but fucking what? Shut your mouth. You've never been. I've been here 8 years. Nobody's threatened me. Nobody's done anything to me. Only shown me love. You've watched too many movies. All right? So again, have you ever been to Colombia or Mexico, mate? Or are you just saying what you think those countries are like? I can't deal with comments like that. Of course it's dangerous. Well, it's anywhere dangerous. Go to London, the city centre. Go to downtown Los Angeles. Go to the Bronx in New York. And then act like those places are all super safe. Most places are safe in reality because most people are good people. People watch too much fucking mainstream media. Got a massive ritual coming up with the Queen's Jubilee. I know, 4-day event. I'm fucking hoping she goes June the 3rd. I really am. Aren't most African countries ritualistic? I've never been. From what I've read, yes. From what I've read, countries like Nigeria are incredibly ritualistic. But I've never been, so I don't know. Media lies, yep. Yes. But still people think the media doesn't lie. You won't believe what people say to me. Adam, the media never lie. It's like, well, okay, the media never lie. Sure, mate. Okay, that's fine. Manchester going downhill. Do you mean the city or the teams? Or United? It's not City will win the league next year again. What do you think of the black washing in the UK? Don't know what that is, brother. What is the black washing? Not all rituals are bad. Semen retention is a spiritual ritual. Again, Jay Sol, the wisest man that I've ever met. Yeah, again, the word ritual is not as sick as you think it is. The actual meaning of it at all. Just basically a ceremony consisting of a series of actions. Okay? And that's not all bad. So yeah, not all rituals are bad. The ones that the mainstream promote are negative to keep your frequencies low. The mainstream media is either talking about war, famine, shootings, viruses, economic crashes, or rigged sports. That's basically the mainstream every single day. I might have missed something there. Celebrities. And celebrity worship is something I want to discuss. Celebrity worship is one of the biggest diseases in the world. Celebrity worship. People have no idea how much influence these celebrities have on society. That's why they're called influencers. So when people see The Rock in a dress, it becomes socially acceptable. If a big buff guy like The Rock can wear it, then I can. The Rock's a female. Deal with it. Pumped with all sorts of drugs. Intermittent fasting is a ritual and healthy. Good, Jay Sol? Exactly. Ball got stuck on the rim the other night from a 3-throw. Yeah, I watched it. Somebody sent me the clip. It was Draymond Green. And then all the players and fans were laughing. It's not something you should laugh about. The way he threw the 3-throw was so fast. It's practically impossible for that to happen without technology being involved or magic. It's almost like whoever's doing this now is just truly mocking the public. Like, look, we can literally do anything and the majority are going to dismiss it. That's what I feel like they're doing at this point. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, it's still on YouTube. Draymond Green 3-throw that gets stuck on the fucking rim. Nah. There's something happening now. There's something happening every second of the day, mate. What do you mean by there's something happening now? I live outside Detroit area. Nothing but negative energy. Yeah, try and get away from it then. I've heard things like that about Detroit, but I've also heard beautiful things about Detroit. Again, perspective, like Jay Sol and I said. There's good and bad in everything. I've heard amazing things about Detroit and horrific things. Same with Cleveland. Same with many states or cities in the US. As Jeremy Clarkson showed us 10 years ago, what they can do with weather control and technology, imagine what they have now. Exactly, Jordan. They manipulate the weather. I connected that when I watched the Truman Show, when he tried to escape on the boat and they went, okay, thunder and lightning, and boom, instant. I thought about that as a kid. I was like, I wonder if they can do that. And they can. That's why almost every like major sporting event final is played under perfect conditions. Have you never noticed that? Like, it's almost perfect every time these teams play. June the 3rd is the day Liverpool were founded. They lost to Madrid, who were founded on March the 6th in the 63rd European Cup final. All those 63s indicate Real Madrid win. I have all of them. All the 63s indicate Real Madrid. If it's the 63 riddle, it's Real Madrid. If it's the 62 riddle, it's Liverpool. Because they're huge numbers. Huge, those numbers. 62 with the Queen, 63 with the 2016 connection, the JFK connection, the Queen Victoria connection. I just love the knowledge, guys. If you're going to bet on that game, just be very careful. I've said it's a flip of a coin. And anytime it's a flip of a coin, you don't bet. But if you're going to bet on the team with the better value, which is Real Madrid, to lift the trophy. If Liverpool win it, I have that 11, 12 pages of notes. So I give you all my numbers. You do whatever you want with them. That's how it always should be. Somebody, who was it now? Give me really good advice. Durrell, who I love to bits. He's a guy who always appears and then leaves the, what's it called? Where he gives you money. I forgot what it's called in the YouTube chat. I forgot what it's called. I don't care. But he said to me, he said, what you should do with your knowledge, you should continue with the sports because you have so much knowledge of them and people are interested in them. But he said you should literally throw all the numbers together for the game and say, here you go. Do as you wish. Feel free to add. Pick the team you prefer. And I was always like, I'm not becoming Zach Hubbard. I don't want to be Zach Hubbard who throws out codes for both teams. And then at the end of it, you're like, well, who wins? But I'm edging that now. Because if you're in my community, you should have learned how to decode by now. And go with your gut. Go with your instinct. Like this Madrid-Liverpool, I've given phenomenal numbers for both. Now it's on you. What code do you prefer? What code do you feel in your soul? Rather than having me always have to pick the winner. It's important in life that we take responsibility. And I know people are paying me for my picks and my knowledge, but you also have to take responsibility in your life. Step up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So I might start doing that. I'll see how it goes. But pro sports are going down. They're going down. I'm only going to get better at this. Even if I don't decode daily picks, which I have been doing for 2 years, but if I stop doing that, I'm only going to get better at this, at revealing it. Ever since I stopped gambling, I've got 100 times better at revealing it. If I didn't have any pressure on sports, like having to give out picks, I would become elite at revealing deception. Look at my celebration videos for the top 10 Premier League players. All doing the two same celebrations. One worshipping the Baphomet, the other one mocking Jesus Christ. They're the videos I want to put out. And then people leave comments saying, you can't say that they're all Satanists. I've seen little kids doing those celebrations. Yeah, because they've watched their idols do them. This is why I do what I do. I have so much love for kids, innocent kids who are just pure souls, most kids. We're all born pure souls and then we become infiltrated. Yeah, I do think both teams will score. I'll be absolutely shocked if they're going to go with a bullshit 0-0 or 1-0. This is one game where I feel like there's goals. It's going to be a real show. This Champions League final is going to be a show. Who scores first? Don't know. Real Madrid have been the king of comebacks, so I would not be shocked if Liverpool score first. If that did happen, I would do I don't bet, but I would recommend doing a small bet on Madrid if Liverpool score first. You'll get some really good value. But again, it's a flip of a coin. Now I'm starting to see more and more, starting to look at all these lies. Realize. That's what it should all be about. Getting closer to God and seeing through bullshit. The closer you get to him, the more, I don't know which way it is. The closer you get to God, the more you see through the bullshit, or the more you see through the bullshit, the closer you get to God. I don't know what it is. But this knowledge is sacred, it's powerful, it's life-changing. And not just for financial reasons. It's way bigger. It's changed my life. I've told you, if I didn't come across this knowledge, I'm 90% sure I would have got that, okay? If I didn't come across this knowledge, God bless that I did. I think I'd have got that. I wouldn't have thought anything of it. I would have just done it. I would still be in the school. I would not be questioning the education system. I would still be obsessed with professional sports, watching them all, doing FPL, gambling, just talking about them. That's it. That's all I did. Hey, do you want to call today? Yeah, sure. 30-minute call, 25 minutes about the Premier League. I'd still be doing that. I'd still be married. I'm not saying that would be a bad thing, but I'd still be married, worrying about money and paying off the expensive house and all of that. I'd be stuck in the matrix. I wouldn't have this new found respect for the universe, for numbers. I would still be scared of death. I was scared of death since I was a little kid, scared of dying. scared of getting old. So all of those things that have changed in my life for the better. Did I win a lot of money gambling? Thousands, yes, a lot of money. When I won it, did I realize what I wanted to do with it? No. It's another thing that's changed with me. I know money's important. I know not having it can really bring you down, and it can affect you mentally. But I've also realized I don't need a lot. I don't need more than I think I need. Whereas I was always striving for more money. I think that's a lot of us. What do you say about Rafael Nadal? Just a Spanish invert, deceiver. They all are at that level. I'm good, Nair, and I'm actually good. I'm really hoping I find an apartment today. That's my biggest goal of today. I've got a pretty chill day. I also have to drive to St. Jose, for 4:30. I've got to pick up my money that I'm owed for like 8 weeks or 9 weeks or 7 weeks. I don't even know, of tutoring. I just said, pay me again, because I'm not too worried about money. I said, how do you want paying? I was like, just pay me at the end of it all. I need it every week, because it pay me at the end. So I need to collect that. But I'm meeting my mate Andy, and I'm going to try and find an apartment, and it just needs to be better than this. I think I just need a different environment. It doesn't even have to be a really nice apartment. I just need to see something different, not the same shit that I'm seeing in this apartment. 19 likes for COVID-19, baby. 53 in the live, COVID 53, the 16th prime. Italy won the Euros 53 years after they last won it. Nain lost 700 euros. What did you bet on to lose 700 euros? 700 euros, mate, you can do a lot with that. You can do a lot. Think how much food you can buy with that. It's dangerous, mate. I was betting those numbers, $700, $800, $900. Basketball esports. Mate, don't bet on esports, which is so rigged. I've seen people do that in the bookies, betting on like horse racing and dog racing, and you can't bet on that. That's even worse, I think, than betting on the so-called organic real sports, because you can actually code those games. Esports, you may as well just fucking go on a roulette table and spend 700 euro. You may as well just do that. I'll play blackjack. Not that I think you should gamble anyway, but God is a mockery and the elites know it. I'm not sure what you mean by God is a mockery. Adam, do your woo. Woo! What about horse racing? It's all rigged, mate. It's all completely rigged. Just had the 174th Grand National. Prince Philip's funeral was on 17-4. All right, let me go through. Again, I'm 33 minutes in, and I've not even discussed what I want to discuss. So I'm going to start discussing it. So you've got all of these awareness months now, or these celebrations, and there's something that doesn't sit right with me. It's like Heritage Month Guide. And just know these elites, these Satanists, they're really good at acting like they care. But it's all about do what thou wilt, okay? Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. So they'll push equality and all of that. This is Aleister Crowley, Black Magician, Satanist. Always talked about sacrificing people. That's the motto. So telling us we're all equal then makes you accept transgenders, and it becomes normal, and gays or whatever it is. Like they want us to become accepting of everything. So if somebody says, yes, I worship Satan and I am inverted and I hate God, well, that's interesting. I'm not going to judge you, because that would be the wrong thing to do. I see through it. Okay? There's such thing as being too accepting. When you're too accepting, people shit on you. They walk all over you. There is such thing as being too accepting. Hey, Maverick, thank you for the rupees, baby. Oh my God, 6003 for another 6-3. How Madrid and Liverpool were both founded on a date written 6-3, and Elizabeth might go 6-3 the day after 69 year of her being coronated. 6-3, baby. It will help them decrease people by promoting homosexuals. Yep. Absolutely. The depopulation agenda. But no, they're just being nice. So here we go. Let me go through some of the days. So we know in February, you have African American History Month or Black History Month. It's funny, this year, on February the 1st, the big talking point was Tom Brady retiring, as white as can be. But you got Black History Month. In 1926, Dr. Carter G, of course, the seventh letter of the alphabet, G connected to Freemasonry, Woodson instituted the first week-long celebration to raise awareness of African Americans' contributions to history. Prior to this time, little information could be found regarding African American history. Important achievements were left out of history books. Interesting. And there was a general misconception that African Americans had made little contribution to the US society or history. 50 years later, the week became a month, and today February is celebrated as African American History Month. All right? This month of February was chosen because it celebrates the birthdays of Mason Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, both of whom dramatically affected the lives of African Americans. I'm not going to keep reading it. All right, we get the point. So African Americans have their own month in February. Is there a white month? A white appreciation month? I'm pretty sure there isn't. So by doing these months, they're dividing us. Is there a month celebrating humanity? I don't think so. Humanity Month or Love Month or things like that. You get fucking Pride Month. We've got the whole of June celebrating not being straight. Is there a month celebrating being straight? No. But you get fucking Pride Month. A whole month, and Pride is one of the 10 deadly sins. The LGBT, whatever other letters they have. And do you know who declared it Pride Month? Bill Clinton, who's seen on Epstein's Island in a painting wearing a blue dress and red high heels. So, of course, first President Bill Clinton declared June, the 6th month, of course, Gay and Lesbian Pride Month in 1999 and 2000. Then from 2009 to 2016, just know 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Each year was in office. President Barack Obama declared June LGBT Pride Month. President Joe Biden declared June LGBTQ plus Pride Month in 2021. Well, of course, Obama got involved, who's married to a bloke, Big Mike. So, of course, he's promoting it. And Obama's a female. Michael or Michelle is a male. So, Pride Month, guys, it's on its way. In what, 5 days? Absolutely disgraceful. All right? It's disgraceful. Adam, can you believe there's 90 different genders? There's 2. There's 2, but again, the more they create, the more divide. I told you, I didn't think I would ever do it, but I'm glad I did. I set up a Tinder just to do it. People were telling me, just do it, Adam, do it. I did it, and it asked me for my sex, and there was 9 options, and my sexuality. It's an absolute disgrace. I had some transgender like me, whatever it is on Twitter. Straight away, boom, X. Not a chance. What is going on, man? Truly outrageous stuff. March, National Women's History Month. You rarely hear about anything about celebrating men. Yes, you have Father's Day. I think there's one day that celebrates men. But women, they have a fucking month. They've got a month. And then people can't say shit because of feminism and you're a sexist. No, they shouldn't have a month. We should celebrate everyone's life. Maybe not these Satanists, but in general. So let's give the women a month because they've been so harshly treated historically, intentionally by design, just so you know. Okay, and the mainstream media has really pushed women's rights recently. I told you, man, it's all agenda. Women care more. The average woman now cares more about money than raising a family. Tell me I'm wrong. It's the same with men, I would say in general as well. But men, women competing with each other instead of helping each other. That is what's going on, all by design. National Women's History Month was established by presidential proclamation in order to draw attention to and improve the focus on women in historical studies. It began in New York City on March the 8th, 1857, when female textile workers marched in protest of unfair working conditions and unequal rights for women. Again, did this really happen? Or are you just looking at some photos from a history book from 1857 saying it happened? It was one of the first organized strikes, guys, planned by working women, during which they called for a shorter workday and decent wages. La-di-da-di-da-di-da, load of bullshit. All right? Load of absolute nonsense. So they've got their own month. They've got their own month. I think women are absolutely incredible, beautiful, magical. Okay? But what they've done, historically, they said you can't vote. All right? Well, the reality is it means nothing anyway, because these presidents are selected, not elected. So it's probably a blessing you can't vote. People who still think the vote means something, give me a break. And that includes voting on the X Factor or The Voice. They've already decided who's going to win. All right? It's absolute bullshit. And then what they wanted was to get women working. And if they're working, that's men and women both paying taxes now, which we shouldn't be paying. So it's the whole population paying taxes, not just men. And like I said, I speak to a lot of women now who go, I don't want kids, or I'm going to get financially dependent before I have them. It's not how it used to be. Okay? It's not how it used to be. We're competing with each other in everything. And competition is important. It's very important for growth, competition. Don't want everything being too easy. But I'm not having this, guys, with all of these months. May, Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and Older Americans Month. Let's think about this. Who's coming up with these terms? Who is it? We know who it is. The people that run the show, the Satanists, the Illuminati, the Masons, whatever you want to call these people. They're coming up with these terms, separating us. The roots of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month can be traced back to 1976, when Jeannie Zhu, her last name's Zhu, president of the Organization of Chinese American Women, get these three-worded abbreviations I keep talking about, contacted government officials in response to the lack of Asian Pacific representation in the US bicentennial celebrations the same year. The observance began in 1979 as Asian Heritage Week. Asian Heritage Week. And then Older Americans Month got its start in 1963, which is the year JFK was supposedly assassinated, as a result of a meeting between President JFK and the National Council of Senior Citizens. So he died the year that this came about, Older Americans Month. JFK, who was tragically assassinated at the age of 46 when it never happened. Senior Citizens Month, we have that. Oh, God. Does it make people feel special as well, this? Having your little month of celebration. President Jimmy Carter designated Senior Citizens Month as Older Americans Month. Jewish American Heritage Month was proclaimed by President George W. Bush on April the 20th, 2006, interestingly, 10 days before the anniversary of the founding of the Church of Satan. The president said, "We celebrate the rich history of the Jewish people in America and honor the great contributions they have made to our country." Again, we're all part of the same team, guys. We're all one universe. Uni means one, separating us with race, religion, socioeconomic status, sexuality. It's all by design, race, the team you support, what college you attended, dividing us. But they provide unity by giving them these months, these special little months. The devil worshipper must tell us they are deceiving us some way or another. Yeah, symbols, numbers, words. The devil is deceiving us. It's called the great deceiver is Satan. He's fucking good at it. But can't deceive me anymore. June, I'll read it again quickly. Gay and Lesbian Pride Month. In recent years, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender individuals did not have a specific month during which to celebrate and commemorate Pride Days in the United States. Keep telling you, Pride is one of the deadly sins. That's why they call it Pride Month. And then they've basically infiltrated the rainbow, which is a beautiful thing. When people think rainbows now, they think of homosexuals. On June the 11th, 1999, President Clinton issued a proclamation designating June as Gay and Lesbian Pride Month in the spirit of honoring equality and freedom. Again, if they're talking about equality and freedom, equality, why are they getting their own month? If it was all about equality, why are they getting their own month? Because it's not about equality. It's about an agenda. Simple as that. The president said, "I encourage all Americans to observe this month with appropriate programs." Program, guys. What's a program? When you program somebody, like a TV program, you're programming the way they see the world. Ceremonies, which is basically rituals, and activities that celebrate our diversity. And to remember throughout the year the gay and lesbian Americans whose many and varied contributions have enriched our national life. The most significant June event in GLBT history was the Stonewall Inn Rebellion, a three-day protest in 1969, the year man supposedly went to the moon, 69, the big Jesuit number, in New York City's Greenwich Village, during which patrons, I hope it wasn't mine, protested against unfair police discrimination and harassment. Again, having us hate on the police. It marked the first time the gay community joined together to fight for its civil rights, earning national attention. Again, anything that earns national attention is what they want. These people own the mainstream media. If they want these protests out there, which they fund and get crisis actors to take part in and put on the media, and then the average citizen plays along with it without being aware they're being fooled, that is what's going on. Whatever you see on your TV, they want you to see. It's so fucking blatant. This month is dedicated to appreciating the contributions and significance of the GLBT community and applauding gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, and transgender pride. Guys, can we all have a 33-second round of applause, please, in dedication for the wonderful, incredible, inspiring gay, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual, and transgender pride? Okay, I'm going to do it actually. Online timer. I'm going to do a 33-second round of applause for them. Stopwatch. Okay, reset. Here we go, 33 seconds. I'm going to start clapping. Because you know what, guys? Liking it in the ass makes you a hero to me. All right? It makes you a hero to me. So here we go. Let's go. Gay equals 33, yeah. So does homosexual. So let's have a 33-second round of applause, guys, to appreciate these wonderful human beings who deserve a full month to celebrate them not being straight. So here we go. When I say go, I'm going to press start on the stopwatch. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to count down. I've figured this out as well. When you count down, you're doing things in reverse because these Satanists do everything in reverse. Like they go 10, 9, no. I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to do it the right way. So after 3, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, not 3, 2, 1. Okay? Doing everything in reverse, these people, these inverts. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. It's amazing, guys, what you've done. Woo! Baby! Wow, what an achievement. Not being straight. Wow, you've inspired me. I want to go out there and buy a dress right now. I'm going to wear a dress tonight. Woo! Let's do this, guys. Wow. Wow, they don't want to get married. They're pushing depopulation. Oh, my goodness. These people are just wonderful souls. Oh, wow. Wow. Woo! There we go. 33 seconds. 33 seconds. They deserve that, guys. Just wonderful human beings. It's to do with your spirit. It's not to do with whether you like cock or vagina. It's your spirit, your soul, baby. It's your soul. It's not whether you like it in the butt, the vagina, in your mouth, whatever it is, all that stuff. I don't care. What you're attracted to, that's on you. I do believe that mainstream media are programming people to be homosexual. I think they're affecting us in regards to the food we eat and the stuff they put in the air. Now, all these celebrities are going to come out, and I've told you, celebrity worship is a disease. It's a disease. So I've had enough talking about those people now. And again, I have no issues with gay people, with lesbians, with bisexuals, with transgenders. If they come out and they're open about it, it is what it is. It's fine. But getting a whole month to celebrate not being straight is not right for me. It's an agenda. And a lot of people in this world, they're confused. They're insecure. They want to be part of a community. So these scumbags create communities. And people will go, fuck it. I've been bullied my whole life. I've been lonely. I'm going to be part of the LGBTQVDWXYZ plus community. Then I'm going to feel at one. And I'm just going to do what everyone else does. Just to fit in. Well, fuck fitting in a satanic world. All right, what else have we got? There's some more. There's definitely some more. September, National Hispanic Heritage Month. National Hispanic Heritage Month honors the culture, heritage, and contributions of Hispanic Americans each year. The event began in 1968 when Congress deemed the week, including September 15th and 16th. Notice a lot of these are happening in like the late 60s. Probably came up with the idea back then. The swinging 60s, baby. The dates were chosen to commemorate 2 key historical events. Independence Day, honoring the formal signing of the Act of Independence for Costa Rica, El Salvador. El Salvador, guys, connected to that shooter. Okay? Ramos Salvador, connected to the Jesuit order. Jesus Hominin Salvador. Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico's Independence Day, which denotes the beginning of the struggle against Spanish control. It was not until 1988 that the event was expanded to a month-long period, which includes El Dia de la Raza on October the 12th, 112. Okay? Jesuits operate in 112 nations, which celebrates the influences of the people who came after Christopher Columbus. Guys, sorry to break your hearts out there. Christopher Columbus never existed, Mr. CC33. He never existed. It's a fictional character. All right? It's a fictional character. Somebody said, no problem with people, but force them to accept your views. Yeah. Do what you want in a sense. Like, if you're gay, you're straight, you're bi, you're trans, you like wearing a dress, whatever it is that you like to do, it is what it is. But don't make me worship you. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. Don't force me to accept. Think about rape. Like, don't force me to accept these things because I won't. I will not be celebrating these months at all, ever. October, National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Also, National Italian American Heritage Month. Congress with the aim of helping disabled veterans. Okay, bullshit. When these soldiers go to war, where they risk their lives because they're honestly under mind control and they think they're actually helping the country whilst they're hindering it and affecting humanity by going to war and killing innocent people and risking their own lives, they come back, these war veterans, guys, and they don't get looked after. All right? They don't get any help. Or they'll get sent to see a counselor and then get pumped with drugs because they have PTSD. And then they just become completely screwed. So all this stuff about helping people with disabilities, they don't give a fuck about people with disabilities. These Satanists find it hilarious, in my opinion. All right? They don't care about disabled people at all. Designated the first week of October as National Employ the Physically Handicapped Week in 1945. Oh, what? Yeah, when the war ended. 17 years later, the word physically was removed from the phrase in order to recognize the needs and contributions of individuals with all types of disabilities. This is where they started pushing the mental health, okay, which I'll discuss heavily later. It was all about physical. When you thought about disabilities, you always thought about physical handicaps. You can't use the word handicapped anymore, guys. Like you can't say the word midget or dwarf. You can't use those terms anymore. Who said that? You can't say that. Fuck off. Yes, I can. If somebody's a dwarf, they're a dwarf, and they know they're a dwarf. You don't have to bully them for it, but they're a dwarf. Not vertically challenged. That's almost more mockery. Given these academic terms. No, they're a dwarf. Like if you're fat, you're fat. Like you probably can't call people fat anymore. You probably can't call them fat. There'll be a term for it. Fucking terms and titles for everything. In the 1970s, a shift in disability public policy led to further emendation. For the first time, it was viewed as discriminatory to exclude or segregate people because of a disability. And activists, these activists need a good slap in the face as well. These activists who think that they're brave souls for doing as they're told and pushing agendas, these activists, fucking jokers. Absolute jokers, man. Where was I with these activists? Well, fighting strongly for legal revisions. As a result, the US saw changes such as the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act in 1990 and the designation by presidential proclamation of a full month to increase public awareness of those with disabilities and appreciate the capabilities of the 30 million people in the US of working age who are disabled. Again, they make up numbers. Is there 30 million people in the US disabled, or is it just a number they've thrown up? Like how they tell us 7.9 billion people live. Bullshit. Society of Jesus is 79. Various programs throughout the month headed by the Office of Disability Employment Policy emphasize specific employment barriers that still need to be addressed and eliminated. Every year, the President of the United States signs an executive order, piece of paper, guys, piece of paper that people just believe is gospel, designating the month of October as National American Heritage Month. November, you got National American Indian Heritage Month. December, you have International Day of Persons with Disabilities. So people with disabilities, guys, they've got October and December. Because these Satanists, these presidents really care about disabled people because they've credited them with International Day of Persons with Disabilities or National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So that means they care, right? They must really care. Fucking jokers. November is the 9th month, I agree. Of course it is. It is the 9th month, November. December's the 10th. Dec means 10. Like a decagon, a 10-sided shape. A decade, 10 years. It's not the 12th month. They fuck with us. Yeah, sorry, I'm fat phobic for saying somebody's fat. Guys, if you're fat, do something about it. Change your diet. Start exercising. Stop bitching and blaming the world. Simply, it's that simple. I was born this way. No, you wasn't. Stop with that shit, making excuses. January is Drag Queen History Month. No, I've got to check. You might be joking there. That's a joke, isn't it? If there's Drag Queen Month, I'm gonna. Drag Race winners reunited for an epic LGBTQ plus history month, honoring the Trailblazers. It's funny how Trailblazer gets you 53, just like transgender. They always call these celebrity women Trailblazers because they're blokes. And all these reality TV shows that you watch, like these Real Housewives, can you please realize that these are men? All of them. Watch it if you still watch TV. We're going to see so many more professional athletes come out gay. It's very, just so you know this, guys, I'm going to read this out because this is really important, okay? This is really important. It's very important for young queer people to get to learn their history because we can't lose our culture, guys. BB, Drag Race's first ever winner, said in a behind-the-scenes video about we, as a community, need to know our history. That's what's going to help you move forward and the generations after you. The fight is still there. We're not done. You hear that all the time. We still have a lot of work to do, and we can't do that work without knowing what the past was. So once again, guys, it's very important for young queer people to get to learn their history. This show saved my life, reigning season 13 queen, Simone added. Okay, 13, like there's 13 Illuminati bloodlines. Talking about how much Drag Race, guys, this is a real thing, Drag Race, means to her and the Emmy-winning reality competitions place. Okay, of course it's Emmy-winning because these Satanists decide who wins these awards. In their LGBTQ plus history books, I've watched it since season 1, and I remember being a kid who was very shy. I didn't really like myself, so winning a show that taught me so much about myself, about the world, about drag and our history and everything that I hold dear. It means everything to me. And I get to, in a way, kind of be that somebody else. Shut the fuck up. Jeez Louise, man. Queens, they're all known... Oh my God. Snatch up the full BTS, should be BS, video at the link in bio and keep it locked all month long for more iconic content from our crowned queens. No, it's blokes in drag. They're not queens. But I've told you all queens are men. Queen Elizabeth is a man. Queen Victoria was a man. Just look through it. You can't say these things, Adam. You just can't. Oh my God. Get 6 issues of Out Magazine now for $6. All right, okay. Going to throw a couple of 6s in my face and think I'm not going to notice it. These images. Oh my God. No, there's a tranny sucking on a banana and I'm going to have my breakfast in about 40 minutes. I've just seen a tranny sucking on a banana. No, I don't need to see that on a Friday morning, baby. I don't need to see that. Ooh! Again, I like bananas, guys. I'm a fan. I throw them in my smoothie all the time, but I'm not looking at an invert or a tranny sucking on a banana. But again, at least they're getting the 5 a day, baby. All right, May. Currently, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Just know this. The more you talk about mental health, the more you think about mental health, the more it affects your mental health. Done. So all these celebrities and athletes and all of that talking about mental health. One of them has mental health problems, yeah? Simone Biles. And then Michael Phelps said he has them. And then NBA players are coming out and they have them. Premier League players, they have them. A-list Hollywood actors, they all have them within the space of a few years. Everyone's got mental health problems now. So to get rid of it, guys, let's just talk about it. Everyone needs to talk about their mental health. No, the more you talk about it, the more it affects your mental health. Mental Health Awareness Month. Of course, it begins May the 1st, 5/1, when the Illuminati were founded. Mental Health Awareness Month has been observed in May in the United States since 1949. The month is observed with media, local events, and film screenings. Mental Health Awareness Month began in the United States in 1949 and was started by the Mental Health American Organization. Notice all of these like special months and days. The concept always comes up or comes from America. The Illuminati were founded 2 months before the Declaration of Independence was signed. The Illuminati were founded 5/1/1776, and then July the 4th, 1776, the US Declaration of Independence was signed. If you are living in the US right now, you are living in a nation which was founded by the Illuminati. They want to bring in a new world order. They created the US, and to create a new world order, you destroy the old order. That's why the US and England are going to get fucked hard in the next 2 or 3 years. Unless people wake up hard. Really hard. Facebook and Insta are just as bad. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is mind control. I've told you, Twitter has a bird on it, a blue bird. Operation Bluebird was mind control experiment, similar to MK Ultra. Okay, social media is mind control. It dictates how people see the world. So it used to just be the radio. Then they got us the TV. Now you had newspapers, then radio, then TV, now social media. It's everywhere, propaganda everywhere. People don't know what to believe in. And when they don't know what to believe in, the easiest option is to go with the majority. It's very hard to go against the majority. You have to be a strong spirit like me. I told you, I have Twitter, but I like Twitter in the sense of there's a lot of knowledge out there. But Instagram, you see these people's stories, it's the same shit. Whatever the major event is that's gone on, whether it's a shooting, they're all doing stories about that with the same video with Steve Kerr. I'm not here to talk about basketball. That's irrelevant today. I'm here to talk about the shooting, those innocent kids, lives being taken. No kid died, just so you know. Watch my video about it. They don't die. It's all a big ritual. It's all actors. It's all black magic. You can't say that. I fucking can. You need to wake the fuck up thinking that all these people are getting shot dead. They're not. And when people start realizing that, they're not going to fall for this propaganda and bullshit and live on a low frequency. Just, again, people are too emotional. You're too emotional, people. You don't see through the bullshit because you're too emotional. You see the headline. You see some bullshit little clip, which is no different to what you would see in a movie. How many times have you seen in movies people get shot dead on a movie? They don't die, guys. But it looks like they do in the movie. Do you think the news is any fucking different? Come on. Stop being so emotional with it. Again, it's why people get emotional with these like Pride months and these celebrations. Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is because of St. Valentine, the massacre where people got beheaded, killed, murdered. Happy Valentine's Day, baby. People don't know the history of these celebrations. Christmas Day is a pagan celebration. It's all about pushing materialism. Why do most people like Christmas? Is it anything to do with Christ sacrificing his life for us, even though he didn't die on that day? He died 9/11. Is it anything to do with that for most people? Or is it about getting a new iPhone, getting a new console, getting a new pair of Predator boots? That's what Christmas is for most people. Black Friday, people going to stores fighting each other to get discounted TV. What? That programs them and keeps them on a low frequency. These celebrations should celebrate your life every single day and celebrate your loved one's life every day. All right, baby, I'll take you out for your birthday and Valentine's Day. That's enough, innit? Twice a year. No, truly, you love your wife or husband. Celebrate being with each other every fucking day. Easter's super pagan, yeah. TikTok, yeah. TikTok. Time's ticking, guys. They want the New World Order and they're going to get it if people don't wake up. It's why I work overtime to bring down these Satanists, these Masons. And I know I'm not going to have a major impact because these platforms won't allow it. And most people are under a spell. Leonardo da Vinci said there are those who see those who see when shown, those who do not see. I agree with that so much. Those who see, I see. And then there's other people who will only see when shown. I just came across this knowledge. Nobody sat me down and said, hey, Adam, this is what's going on in the world. I just saw it. It hit me. And then now I'm trying to get people to see it through showing them my work. And then I think there's a third of the world or more who will never, ever see, never have the ability to see. It's like that movie. Is it Songbird? With Sandra Bullock, and a bullock is a castrated animal, ox, castrated, testicles removed. Sandra Bullock, bollock, man. Adam's apple, anybody? Massive hands, anybody? But no, I was attracted to Sandra Bullock, unfortunately. And that's what winds me up a little bit, but I've accepted it. Oh, Adam, the chat we had was lovely when you said what you hope it will become lovely. Thank you, mate. I like your name right before your eyes. I love it. Yeah, a patron of mine, I won't say his actual name, he messaged me saying, I really need to speak to you. I really need you right now, Adam. And it was late my time. It was like 11:30. He said, please call me. I called him. We had a chat for about 35, 40 minutes. He said I really made him feel better about life and changed his outlook just in that phone call. This is the stuff I want to do for people. Because this guy, I won't say his name, is a pure soul. He had an unfortunate incident happen to him, which I told him might be the biggest blessing of his life. Because he said after he had a motorbike accident, his whole reality changed and his whole view on life changed. He had his awakening. So yeah, we can focus on the fact that he suffered serious injuries, which you don't wish upon anybody. However, he's had an awakening and his spirit's grown. Physically, he's got weaker. Spiritually, he's got stronger. I'd rather be strong spiritually than strong physically, because that wears off. Woo! That wears off. When you get older, all right, you might be really strong in your mid-20s, 30s, 40s. When you get older, that physical strength deteriorates. It's just, that is science. All right? But spiritually, woo! Spiritually, it doesn't die. That can only grow with age when you're really, really, really on this journey. I want to be wise. Guys, I want to be Splinter from the Turtles. I don't want to be some fake ass like the Dalai Lama who was a fucking Mason hired by the CIA. I want to be so wise that I can inspire people with my words and my actions. That's what I want from this knowledge. Real Madrid going to win, Adam. They've got a great riddle, mate. Bible's rewritten by Freemason King James, who also wrote the Demontology about demons and magic. Yes, I agree. What about Ric Flair's last match? Mate, I did a whole video about it. Somebody like Ric Flair is possessed by a demon. That's why he's going to get in a ring at age 73. And it might not even happen. Just know there's a lot of deception numbers with his return. I bet he doesn't even wrestle. So I think it's, again, just a ritual. Ric Flair is known as wrestling royalty. It's all connected to the royal family, like practically everything, over the last year or so. So I did a video on Ric Flair. I don't want to go through it again. It was one of my favorite videos I've ever done, the Ric Flair one. Also, Illuminati want you to believe Christ is blonde hair, blue eyes. Again, yeah, blonde hair, blue eyes. What's that go back to? Nazis. Hitler supposedly wanted the perfect race where everybody had blonde hair and blue eyes. So they portrayed Jesus as this guy with like light brown, blondish hair, blue eyes, depending on what image you look at. And he looks like an invert. The Jesus they present to us looks inverted. 64 still weightlifting. It's all in the mind. That's amazing, Adam. I guess I can agree with that to an extent. But do you think when you're 86, you're going to be able to lift as much as you could when you were 36? I don't think so. Could be wrong. Klaus Schwab's dad was a Nazi. He was. Klaus Schwab, guys, founded the World Economic Forum, which is basically the New World Order. They're going to bring in the New World Order through the WEF, through climate change. They're going to put you in lockdowns because of climate change. And the climate changes every second. And they manipulate weather. And they're going to blame it on humans. That's why there's like save the turtles and all of these things that kids talk about, and plastic, which they came up with, put practically every product in plastic. And now they'll say, we don't want plastic anymore, to push the agenda that they want, to get it all in our head that we, the bad humans, have destroyed this universe, when all we've done is just been oblivious to the ritual. They are running out of time. I agree. Swab is an actor. Swab is basically Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. He's a character like Dr. Evil. He looks like him. He's got a stupid accent. He wants complete world domination. He's basically Dr. Evil. So there'll be an Austin Powers character that comes out soon. A celebrity who's really on about, he wants to save the world for us and unite humanity and bring down Klaus Schwab. Maybe that's Elon Musk. Maybe Elon Musk is the Austin Powers in this whole shit show. Because they're trying to portray Musk as one of us. Again, Musk did not found PayPal or Tesla or SpaceX. He didn't. He's a character on the world stage that people worship. I want to be the next Elon Musk. I want to be a billionaire. Ask a kid what they want to be when they're older. Half of them will say famous. Half of them will say famous. I said it. I want to be a famous footballer when I'm older. But you can't. Unless you're one of them, you can't become famous. That's another thing they've lied to us about. You can't be famous unless you're one of them. Hey, Adam, decode on when Klaus Schwab dies. Someone like him will live for a long time, I think. I think he's still got plenty of years left in him. Don't worship no idol or son or God. They tell you about son and you suddenly forget about the Father, the only Almighty. That's amazing. I agree, Maverick. How dare you? That's for Clow, who might be coming to visit me from Ireland. But again, we'll see where the world is in a few months. If they allow you to travel, because we're letting men make these decisions, telling you what you can and cannot do. Enough's enough. Your spiritual being, nobody should be telling you or limiting you. After the house, a perfect Greta impression. Thank you. What are you doing running out of time, Adam? Is it the new age of Aquarius? Well, this is the age of Aquarius, the dawning of the age of Aquarius, the age of revelation, the age of truth. The old world's going to collapse. It is. The world we grew up in, I don't know, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, that's going. But it might be a good thing. People might stop obsessing over celebrities and money and social status, or we're going to be completely controlled. We're going to get taken over by artificial intelligence, and people might fuck off to the meta universe. We'll find out, won't we? It's all going to happen in our lifetime. It's all going to happen. A lot of shit's going to go down. Did you see Greta Thunberg saying climate change is a racket? Greta Thunberg needs to be poked in the eyes. No, I didn't. Adam, who you predict the final Hitler character to be, or Antichrist? I don't know if the Antichrist is just, again, a fear tactic. I'm not sure the Antichrist even exists. It's to have us be scared. I don't know. It's going to be somebody charming. The Antichrist will be somebody who's charming, who acts like he truly cares about humanity. And then people will follow the Antichrist, if it's real, into a new world order where we just completely become robots. Programmed, told what to believe, what to think, what to eat, when to eat. Just think of the Hunger Games. I think that could potentially happen with the Hunger Games. They don't make movies like that for no reason. They want you fighting over food, and people would honestly fight to the death when they're starving. But we need to stop this from happening. Our thoughts dictate our reality. If there's collective consciousness and people become aware of the fact that they've been fucked over their whole lives, things change. All right? It's all part of the magic, how the Matrix is set up. It's all about consciousness and awareness. And it's why I try to share it every day. It's why I'm I don't want to just talk about who's going to win the Champions League final anymore, because we're years away from a potential new world order where you won't be watching sports anyway. So they won't need to distract you. I keep telling you all of that. You don't need to distract the masses anymore once you've got a complete new world order. They've given us all those things to keep us distracted whilst they put through policies, inhumane ones that they're doing right now. The United Nations, the WEF, give them a title. I always say, different name, same game. World domination. Taking out humanity is what they want. Will the dollar collapse? Yeah, by 2025. There'll be no physical money. Put that in your calendar. 3 years, there'll be no physical money. No way. Maybe in 100 years. No. 3 years, you won't have physical money. So enjoy your money while you have it now. I know I do. Don't have tons of it. I have enough, and I enjoy it now. I don't worry about money, because at any point they can get rid of it, and it'll have no value. Just like Monopoly money. Go to the store now and try and pay with Monopoly money, and look at the face they'll give you. That's what's going to happen with physical money soon. And then they'll go, oh, invest in crypto, which they can basically collapse at any time they want. Just manipulate some numbers. The elite have unlimited wealth. Money right now, as we know it, can be printed. So they have unlimited wealth. They control the monetary system. If it all goes digital, they can manipulate the numbers. They can just, if you're one of these high-ranked Masons, Illuminati bloodlines, you just do that's how much money I have in my account. Scan. Ding it. Do you know how easy it is to do those things? And how easy it's going to be for them to take money from you? I've seen documentaries about it. Adam, I don't know, he jaywalked. Take $50 out of his account. Beep, and it beeps on your wrist. Adam swore in public in front of a child. Beep, $100 out of his account. So then people are just walking around scared, living in fear. And when you're living in fear, you're easier to control. That's where the world's going if we don't do anything about it. And don't say that's bullshit. How many conspiracies have become reality? Ask yourself that. How many conspiracies have now become a reality? Thousands? So people who dismiss conspiracy theories, when they pretty much always come true, need to wake the fuck up. They will control it by using CBDC, central banking digital currencies, 100%. Rome is the new world order. Well, it always has been. All roads lead to Rome. When Rome falls, the new world order takes the scene. Well, we got that Jesuit Pope, first Jesuit Pope, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, who truly is a Satanist. I think they're going to destroy the most powerful countries in the world. Like I said, the US, England, Italy will get taken out, Germany. Spain's already on its ass financially. Greece, if you learn about ancient Greece, they destroyed Greece, especially financially. Just remember, London's the financial capital of the world. And then you got Washington, which is the political capital of the world. And you got Rome, which is the religious capital of the world. They'll just fuck all those places over, where people will be begging for change. Begging for change. Like homeless people, begging for change, baby. And there'll be a really articulate, charming man, probably. Might be a woman, or who knows these days, man, woman, who knows, whatever they present. And it will all be about, this is what's going to happen. We've got rid of the virus, and this, we've got issues with this because of this. But if we all unite, we can all live in peace. And they'll start playing, Imagine All the People. And all the fucking famous celebs will be singing it on a stage with rainbow flags. And people will be like, living, like people under a trance, just loving it. Whereas I'll be sat there thinking, this is so fucking ridiculous. Absolute bullshit. Oh, here he goes again, Illusion. It's whinging. Come on, Illusion. There's a rainbow flag. You can shove that rainbow flag up your asshole, baby. I've got about 10 more minutes. I've got stuff to do. Got to have a workout. Hey, Stacey, if you're in the live, you might not be. It's a pretty controversial live today, but it needs to be done. It's going to be a short pump, then a huge crash, then migrate from August to November, the new financial system. It's happening. All right? Don't invest in crypto right now. Don't. People always pop up in my chat. Oh, Illusion, invest. You're going to become so rich doing it. All right, see what happens to you. See who wins at the end of it with crypto. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. I told loads of people that months ago. They've lost thousands of dollars. These are the same people that said, told you, you fucking missed out, mate. You'd have been so good at coding it if you missed out. And now it's like, Adam, I've lost everything. I'm like, okay. I don't even want to say I told you to those people. I'm like, all right, just don't invest in it again. It's a fucking scam. It's an absolute scam. Most Masons know about the NWO. The masses are being deceived. Yep. Gambling killed boxing, nearly college hoops. Gambling was cleaned up, but decades on legal sports gambling is pervasive. All major sports pushing fans to gamble online. Why do you think these professional clubs are sponsored by gambling sites? Why do you think it's always gambling commercials? Why do you think they're legalizing gambling now? That all shows you that gambling is not good for you. And if you're going to throw the shit back at me, well, you decode sports, shut the fuck up, Adam. Say whatever you want. I do it to reveal deception. If people want to gamble on it, it's their life. But if gambling was good for you, they wouldn't promote it. That's why they promote fast food in every commercial, pretty much. And medicine. They don't promote things that are good for you. So I agree with you with gambling. I've been trying to say it for ages. I don't do it anymore, but I still code. Because it helps me decode the matrix. And people, for whatever reason, still love gambling. So they sign up to me to try and win money. And again, let's be real. If you sign up to my page and you want to continue gambling, you're going to make your $10 back over the month. Anyone who's been with me for 2 years knows that. Easily you will if you take every pick. But people don't do that. All it needs is one bad day and then they're out. They're done. They're fucked. Shit, I've got no money left. Can't even afford to pay his Patreon anymore. They're gambling stupid money on games. It's their own fault when they lose. It really is. And it was anytime I lost a big amount, it was my fault for being a fucking idiot, gambling my money on other people rather than investing in myself. I was gambling on other people to make me money. Dangerous. Who will be the next superpower? China. They foreshadowed that for about 10 years. China was a shithole, struggling financially, and now it's like dominant. But it's not China. It's the Illuminati. It's not China. You need to realize that. This guy's still working on a fucking gate for a week. I am getting out of this apartment. I am by the end of this week. I don't give a fuck if I'm sleeping on the streets. Because I'm getting out of here. This guy's got no fucking respect, man. Fucking prick. They don't promote things that are good for you. Yeah. Yeah, so when they show you these commercials online or on TV, don't buy the product. It's probably not good for you. All right? Yeah, you need to look into the trust fund. Basically, they're stealing your money, these people. They set all that up, that policy up, inhumane policy. They're stealing your money. I think I've made my point here. I've made my point. They've come up with all of these. Now you have National Teen Self-Esteem Month. So you're having teenagers think about their mental health, which is not good. Because when you are a teenager, I don't care how handsome you are, how talented you are, how intelligent you are, you're insecure. We all are. You might get a few spots on your face. I don't know what it is. You're confused as a teen. So the more they're pushing mental health, the more these teens are going to have breakdowns. This guy's going to get fucking knocked out by me. Guys, I'm going to do 5 more minutes and I'm going to have a word with him. Can you... All right. Maternal mental health month we've got. Each May is the spotlight is shined on maternal mental health, with the whole month being maternal mental health month. Make May purple. Action on stroke, the Stroke Association. Purple, the color of deception. National Share a Story month. What is this, guys? The Big Asthma Bake Sale. Skin Cancer Awareness Month. National Clean Air Month. Where did these all come from? Zombie Awareness Month. There's a Zombie Awareness Month. What? I need to read about this. Fucking prick. Where is this Zombie Awareness Month? Get ready for the apocalypse with Zombie Awareness Month. The zombies are hungry and they're coming for your brains. This is only celebrated or recognized in the United States of America. If you want to prepare for the zombie apocalypse, we'd recommend reading the Zombie Survival Guide. Guys, are people going to turn into zombies from this? Why have they got a whole month dedicated to being aware about a zombie apocalypse? The campaign is organized and funded by the Zombie Research Society. Is this a joke? The Zombie Research Society claims that a zombie apocalypse is not merely a fantasy made popular by films and novels, predictive programming, but a potential threat that everyone should be aware of and prepared for during the month of May. Why are we getting prepared for zombie apocalypse in May? Claydex pandemic exercise simulation was May the 15th. Operation Warp Speed, rushing out the vaccines, was May the 15th. All right? It's got to be to do with this. I don't know if in a few months something triggers it and people turn into zombies and they get programmed. It might be technology. Again, if some zombie wants to come knocking on my door, bang, sit the fuck down, you zombie twat. But there's zombies all over the world. Like, people are like fucking driving around in the car with a mask on, with the windows up. Fucking zombies. Simple as that. They're zombies. No, they're just looking at... No, they're fucking zombies. Fucking simple as that. So we got Zombie Awareness Month, guys. Tourette's Awareness Month. It's got lightning bolts as its image, and Satan fell from the sky like a lightning bolt. Tourette's. You remember the guy from Big Brother who had Tourette's? Just an actor, probably never even had it. Fucking suck my balls. Cartman got Tourette's. Cartman got Tourette's in South Park. I know South Park's really satanic, but it does make me laugh. He got Tourette's, so he wanted to say whatever he wanted because he loves offending people. A lot of insecure people like doing that. Cartman was very insecure. So he got diagnosed for Tourette's syndrome, so he could go up to anybody. Hey, you got a fat ass. Ugly fucking bitch. Like that. It was like, I'm sorry, I have Tourette's. I'm sorry, I have Tourette's syndrome. Just pretty funny. Sorry about that, going off topic, but yeah, it's funny. National Smile Month. I'll take that. Grin with confidence. Yeah, all right. That's a positive one. National Smile Month. Why is it a month? It's only celebrated in the United Kingdom. So I guess because I'm in Mexico, I can't celebrate it. Fuck. National Smile. God, this is wild, guys. Water Saving Week 2022. British Tomato Fortnight. Guys, there's a 2-week celebration for British tomatoes. National Conversation Week, where you're probably talking about mental health. National Epilepsy Week. World Hunger Day. Nobody in the world should be starving. That's all by design. It's funny that the people who talk about equality are the ones that fucking live in mansions and drive 8 cars, and they're the ones talking about equality. Do you not see the mockery? Come on. And then this whole philanthropist thing's a load of bullshit. These Satanists believe if they do good deeds, the good deeds outweigh the bad deeds. So they could literally kill someone in a day, but buy somebody a cup of coffee, and they believe that them buying that cup of coffee balances it all out. That's seriously how their brains work. National Getting Pissed Day. It probably is one. National Children's Gardening Week. Guys, I ain't joking with this. I'm not making this up. I'm not making these up. International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers Day. National Biscuit Day. Are you nuts about ginger nuts? Fucking hell. World Digestive Health Day. All right, that's pretty good. Oak Apple Day. National Mint Day. Guys, they're just making up. I'm going to make up a day, man. World No Tobacco Day. Well, isn't it funny that in the 70s and 60s, they told us that cigarettes were good for us, and you had doctors on the commercials saying, I smoked Camel, and I felt better than ever. Just because they had an actor in a white coat pretend to be a doctor telling you that cigarettes are good for you, people believed it because it was on the TV. And then you get addicted to it, and then they tell you, oh, listen, we actually lied. Just like we lied about there being weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. We kind of lied. But it is what it is. Because people are going to forget about it because that's what the average person's like. They dismiss being fucked in the ass. World Milk Day. International Children's Day. So women get their whole month. Children get a day. Interesting. National Candy Month. I'm sure that's really good for your health. Wait. This is mockery. International Children's Day is one day. International Children's Day. National Candy Month. So there's a month dedicated to candy, which is really bad for you, but there's one day dedicated to children. Children get one day. If you're gay or bi or trans, you get a month. Shows you what they think of children. Right there. Global Day of Parents. Massage at Work Week. Guys, who's making these up, man? National Egg Day. Hug Your Cat Day. Guys, if you have a cat, you can only hug it once a year. National Hug a Cat Day. You better only hug your cat once a year, sorry. National Cheese Day. Bike Week. Cancer Survivors Day. Cancer 44, Hospital 44, Chemo 44, Cool 44. National Neuro Disabilities Day. Celebrated on 6/6. Of course it is. Tourette's Awareness Day. This is just National Intensive Care Week. I'm not reading any more of these. It's absolute fucking nonsense. These whole fucking campaigns are bullshit. All right? It really is. Yeah, vaping destroys your lungs, destroys them, burns them. So don't vape because your favorite celebrity does it or because it looks cool. You look like a fucking idiot vaping. You look like an idiot, man. You think you look cool, you look stupid. And the guys, well, I've got strawberry flavor. What are you vaping on? Mine's mint. Do you want to try it? I'm like, oh God, do you taste that? The strawberry and the mint. See how they combine in your mouth? Oh my God. Fucking hell. Come on. Stop putting that shit in your body. Vaping, cigarettes. The only one I don't have a problem with is marijuana. It's a plant. It's natural. It's probably good for you in moderation. Cigarettes, horrific for you. Cigars, horrific for you. Vaping. You can shove your vape. Oh my God, these people who vape and they think they're fucking cool. Fucking hell. Then they get the strawberry daiquiri, swell it down. Just stop with the bullshit, guys. You don't look cool. You look like a knobhead. All right? Guys in dresses, you look like idiots. You don't look cool. It's not the in thing to do. You look like a prick. No man should ever wear a dress. Ever. Oh, the Scottish try to Freemasonry. They're going to have guys wearing kilts. No, you Scottish twats. You're wearing a skirt. No, it's a kilt. It's a fucking kilt. No, it's a skirt, mate. Now take it off and put some pants on. Woo! Come on, man. Vaping. Fucking jokers. Just jokers, guys. Yeah, marijuana, I don't really think... I think if you do it all the time in excess, it's not good for you, but they illegalized it. My logic is they illegalized it. It's probably fucking good for you. You know what I mean? If they illegalized it, it's probably good for you. Or maybe it was just to arrest more people. I told you that marijuana made people rape people and kill people, but it wasn't white people doing it. It was black people smoking weed and raping and killing white people. Yeah, just like O.J. Simpson killed his white wife and a white police officer killed George Floyd. Never happened. George Floyd never died. O.J. Simpson did not murder his wife, who was a man. Woo! Look at it. Look at O.J. Simpson's wife. Absolute joke if you believe that's a woman. And they called O.J. Simpson Juice because his initials are O.J., like orange juice. No, they called him Juice because he was on steroids. Well, number 32. 32 raised in the Society of Jesus' logo. Got sentenced to 33 years in jail. He never fucking saw a cell at all. Absolute nonsense. Utter bullshit. All right, anyway, I wanted to do this. I think, yeah, I can be controversial, but it needs to be done. I literally have the balls to do it. And I'll keep doing it. I don't know if YouTube will keep this up. I've not really done anything wrong. I'm just calling out bullshit. These days, these weeks, these months, it's all fucking ritual. It's all utter nonsense. Okay? The more celebrations, the more divide. And you think it's unity. It isn't. It isn't. So guys, look after your mental health. Make sure you talk to your friends about it all the time because it could save a life or it could more than likely have somebody kill themselves. Like the whole thing, stay home, stay safe. Increases in sexual abuse, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, physical abuse, depression, suicide. Stay home, stay safe. Think about what they're doing to people. Stay home, don't make an income. Don't make any money, can't pay your bills, stress levels. You know what kills most people? Stress, which generally leads to a heart attack. And that's what they're doing right now. They're having a lot of people take their own lives because of these inhumane policies that they're putting in place. Stop with the ists as well. You can take the word feminist out of your mouth, racist, sexist. You can shove your ists right up your fucking ass. Ist and isms. Fucking people going by pronouns. Like, what is this? I told you not long ago, I opened the door for a woman. And I've told you I love women. And I am a gentleman. I'm a good guy. I'd open the door for anyone, really. And the woman said, "What do you think you're doing?" I said, "I'm opening the door for you. I'm being nice. You think I can't open my own door?" There and then I was ready to snap. I just did the usual,
Okay, yeah. I opened the door and she had a go at me, implying that I was better than her. It's not how it should be. Just doing a nice deed, opening the door, do it for anyone. Don't care, boy, girl, black, white, gay, straight, fucking animal. I'll open the door for you. But no, I think I'm better than her because I'm a man. That Me Too movement is a load of shit as well. Again, people just speaking, but a lot of it's bullshit, but then speaking out negativity. People think it's a good thing. It's not. That Me Too movement, all about Harvey Weinstein, who one of his accusers said that he basically had a vagina. All those people who Harvey Weinstein abused were men, and Harvey Weinstein's a female. That is how sick Hollywood is. So you do have an International Men's Day, although women have their own month, but you never hear of it, do you? Because men's achievements are not recognized. They're not. I've told you. They've flipped the script on us. Soon being straight is going to be like how it was being gay. And being a man is going to be like how it was being a woman. They've reversed everything. So we will have that women's president very soon. We will. And that equal rights in regards to the pay for women in sports in the US with the national team. Did you know now that the women that play for the US get the same amount of money as the men? Even though nobody watches the games? It's equal. Even though the US women's national team are all men. This is the mockery. So many people are going to say, that is incredible. It's about time that women get the same amount of money as men in pro sports. It's fair. That's equal. No, nobody watches them. Nobody really cares about them. Nobody buys the merchandise. So why should they? World Cup finals sometimes don't even get sold out with women's tournaments. So why should they get? They shouldn't. The reality is they shouldn't. If it's fair, it should be on basically your success. But that's what they've done now. The women get the same amount of money as the men. They want it in tennis as well. Just look at the viewership of a Wimbledon final, the men's final and the women's. It's like 65% higher watching the men's final. So why should they get the same as the women? If that's the harsh reality, guys. If it was like a chef, yes. If you're in a restaurant and you're a chef and you're cooking the same food at the same level, yes, 100%. Teaching, yes. Doctors, nurses, all of that, yes. Lawyers. But when it comes to like sports, let's just be real about it. Stop with this equality bullshit. Please. And I know, again, people say, you can't say that, Adam. Yes, I can. I'm use logic. Yeah, they play less sets in tennis. Great point. They played less sets. And Naomi Osaka, this Project Naomi, by the way, which is about mind control. And then you have Naomi Osaka with mental health problems. Best tennis player in the world. She couldn't handle the pressure. Bullshit. Just utter bullshit. No, women's tennis is good, but I'm talking about viewership. I'm going purely on numbers. Most people don't watch it. They're phenomenal athletes. I love tennis. I've played tennis against incredible women and men. But come on. Let's be real. It's an agenda, which people think is actually a really good thing. If you had the women's national team in the US against the men's national team, I think the men would put 40 goals past them or more. And I'd be shocked if the women scored, if it was a proper game. And I know I've coached a lot of talented girls, Really talented ones. I've played with really talented ones, like in pickup games, who are like on scholarships at UCLA and USC, like, and I was head and shoulders better than them, head and shoulders, and they were at the best colleges on scholarships, and I was head and shoulders. I wasn't even a pro at the time. Well, I wouldn't have never been a pro. Head and shoulders better than them. There was a girl who was a really talented player. She came out coaching in LA. Her name was Amanda. I know it sounds like man in the middle of it. Amanda. And she grew up playing for Newcastle. I think she played for England. And she was out coaching, and she's a great girl, great laugh, great player. I was head and shoulders better than her. She played for Newcastle in England. So let's not give it this whole that they're just as good and just as talented. They're not. They're not. So they shouldn't get the same amount of money. Am I wrong there? I'm not, am I? So yeah. By the way, if you do want to celebrate International Men's Day, it's the 19th of November. 1119. I won't be celebrating any of these days. God, it's very hard, guys, to participate in this society right now. Like, I won't ever celebrate Christmas again. I'm not bothered about my birthday. Every day is a blessing being alive. I'm not celebrating my birthday. I don't care about it. My recent birthday, I really didn't care. Went out for dinner, but I do that pretty much every day. That's like one of the things that brings me joy. I shared a video on my Patreon about, so Buzz Aldrin got interviewed on Conan. And he basically said the whole moon landing was a joke and an animation. Basically implied it never happened. And there's still people in the world that believe 3 men went to the moon. 3 Masons. In 1969, the 201st day of the year, the Jesuit order 201 and 69. We still have people believe they went to the moon, guys. That's the world we're living in. People still think it happened and they've never gone back. No, they have gone back. No, but they lost technology. How the fuck did they make a phone call from the moon? Do you know why? Because they wasn't on the moon. They were in a Hollywood basement. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Red Hot Chili Peppers, all inverted, satanic. So yeah, you get a good signal in Hollywood basements, not in the moon. Yeah, it's so obvious, Megan Rapinoe. She was the one pushing all of this. They had a man pushing it. And they might deceive you. I've met Alex Morgan. And yeah, she looked pretty attractive. I also went to the same gym as Abby Wambach, who I think is the US's leading goal scorer ever, or the second. 6'3", built like a brick shit house. Abby Wambach went to my gym in LA Fitness. And Abby Wambach's one of the most blatant examples of a man pretending to be a woman. If you don't know who Abby Wambach is, Google him. US women's team lost U16 high school. There you go. 5-1. But they deserve the same amount of money as the men. Bullshit. People are so emotional. But we work just as hard. That's not how it works, though. Again, the reality is if you're at school and you work harder than the rest of your classmates, but they get a higher grade than you because they're more talented than you, you can't go to the teacher and say, but I worked harder than them, so I deserve the same grade as them. No, you don't. They're better than you. They got a higher grade. Fucking deal with it. But I worked harder than them. Give me the same grade. No. I've just given you a beautiful example there of how equality is bullshit. I want the same grade as him. We don't deserve it, mate. So fuck off now. Buzz Aldrin, Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond. Guys, he basically said they didn't go to the moon and it was all an animation that you watched on the TV. He said that. And that Conan didn't know what to say. Who was a writer for The Simpsons, the lanky ginger twat, who's also a female. Yeah, he said animation. Because it was all the show. And then people get all animated about animation. Whatever you see on your TV is bullshit. And I'm not talking about YouTube. If you're streaming me now, if you're watching me on your TV, you've connected your HDMI cable. I'm talking about mainstream. It's all 95% bullshit with a little bit of truth. With a little bit of truth. Put a little bit of fucking glitter on the shit. But it's still shit, baby. Woo! Being on fire today. I like Boston Celtics to win tonight. No value, so I don't even know if I'm going to post my code. But I will be decoding the NBA Finals. Hope Warriors got it. Everyone who knows me, who's been watching my work, called them before pretty much anyone. And now they're in the finals. So well done to those people who got them to win the Western Conference. You pretty much guaranteed free money now. If you cover yourself on the Heat or Boston. All right. Yes, the murders are lies. These serial killers are all FTMs, all a joke. Yeah, of course. These people are not getting murdered, and this guy's not shooting 21 people, the Jesuit number, killing 19 kids, 2 adults. It's not happening. It's all a show. It's all a movie that you believe is real to make you hate the world when the world is beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful people. Most of us are. I'm telling you, nearly all of us are really good souls. But we watch the media and then we hate the world. They want you to hate the world because God created it. Satan's infiltrated it. All right? The world's beautiful. Try and do something today that makes you appreciate the world, that makes you appreciate you, that makes you appreciate your family. Just do something small. I'm going to jump on my bike after this. I'm going to go jump on my bike. I'm going to sniff some flowers. I'm going to talk to a dog. I'm going to try to open a door for somebody, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to wave at somebody. I'm going to smile at somebody. Woo, woo! I'm going to woo at somebody. The other day, I went for a walk, and there was 7 or 8 dogs behind the fence barking at me. And I went up to those dogs, and I went, woo, woo! And they were, ah! I don't know if they got excited or if they were scared, but they stopped barking. I just wooed at them. Warriors £5 8-1. Beautiful, mate. So you can cover yourself now. If you put £5 on the Warriors at 8-1, you're going to get 45 back. 40 and your 5 that you stake, 45. So if you want, you could put 10 on the Heat or Boston, who are going to be plus money, and you've guaranteed a profit. And if the Warriors win, you get a nice profit. You'll still get 30 odd. And I like you betting £5. I've got respect for that. People think you're a little bitch or poor. I think it's great betting £5, £10. I like that. I'm trying to promote that. If you're going to bet those stakes. Like a Big Mac meal. Although I'd rather you didn't gamble, but it is. We need some sort of excitement as well in this matrix, don't we? We need something to get our adrenaline going. Do you think murder's a stage? Yeah, I answered that. Everything is one big lie. Not everything. No. Don't use that word everything. I love you, Adam Lastman. Everything in the mainstream, maybe. Not everything in the world. God's not a lie. I don't think everything's a lie. I truly care about the world. That's not a lie. I fucking love lasagna. That's not a lie. The Adam effect. Yeah. Gematria effect news. Truth hurts. It does, baby. And then you learn to accept it and it becomes beautiful. You embrace the truth. You see through the bullshit. But at the beginning, like I said to the guy who called me, who was having a hard time, at the beginning, learning all this knowledge is painful. It's so painful. It hurts so much. That's why most people will not accept it. Not because they're bad people, because they don't want the pain. Embrace the pain. The whole bullshit, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. There's an element of truth to it. Although a lot of bullshit to it as well. You know what I mean? I'm going to do one more How Dare You, then I'm going. Better respond to my patrons. And I'm going to take this jacket off. I don't know why I'm fucking wearing it. This is my golf jacket. I like to go to the driving range and ping a few balls. No magnets, baby! No magnets. Just pinging the balls. I might do that this weekend, actually. Yeah, what they told us, mate. Adam Lastman's bullshit. Yep. £5 per gird, you're in profit. Yep. If you get plus money or whatever, just gamble to try and pay for your gas, to pay for a couple of dinners a month. Don't gamble to pay your rent or get out of debt. When you start doing it for that, the universe won't let you win. You won't win. When I didn't care about money is when I was winning all the time. I didn't care about it. I was like, oh, okay. When I was really desperate for money gambling, I had about a month and a half of it where I was like, shit, I need money. I've given up my job. I've given up this. I'm paying for everything by myself now. I'm not with my wife. I couldn't win. I couldn't win because I was so desperate for it to happen. So, yeah, when you bet small stakes, you just, all right, let's see what happens, baby. If I win, great. If I don't, it is what it is. That mindset is when you're going to win. That's when you're going to win. All right, thank you, Stephen Smith, for saying I speak so much sense, baby. That's why I'm here. And like I said, in the future, I might start doing I'm not going to call it counseling. I hate that term. But if those people who do want to sit down with me and chat with me and want me to decode their life, and I'm going to figure out setting that up because I think I'll be freaking good at it. I can give them my whole time. It's like private classes that I do for English and football. You can give them all your energy for that time. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to leave right now because it's 2:01. People say, remember the Jesuit order? So I'm going to wait till it gets to 2:03, 2:02 Skull and Bones. Golden State Warriors got the 202nd playoff win. 222 weeks after the mayor was installed. All random, of course. But yeah. Yes, I do think they're all. I think any murder that you're aware of is staged. Yeah. I think the genuine murders, the ones that will happen, because I'm not saying nobody in the world ever gets murdered. It happens, not as often as you think. You won't even hear about them in the news. Because it won't be by the numbers. People do get murdered. People do get shot. That's undeniable. That's where there's blurred lines. Like I told you, the Pharrell song, blurred lines. It's all blurred lines. My whole thing is whatever they show you on TV is scripted. I keep it simple. Whatever's on TV is scripted. And that includes shootings and murders. Just watch CSI, Law and Order. Watch those shows. And how real they look. And these people know that humanity is obsessed with death and serial killers. People are fascinated by them. I think the ones that they've told us about, like Ted Bundy and the Yorkshire Ripper, all get these fucking names. Yorkshire Ripper, all the show. And they're supposedly raped. And then you look at these people, you're like, oh my God, that woman who is supposedly raped is a blatant man. You just look, you're like, wow. Never noticed that until I had my awakening. Jill Dando, yeah, somebody went up to Jill Dando in the middle of the day, knocks on the door, pops her off, and then walks off. Never happened. Jill Dando has lots of numbers connected to Princess Diana. They were probably related. Hey, Kathy, hope you're well. Kathy, I'm trying to find a place to live. Any advice? I really need to get out of this apartment, but there's nothing available. I was going to drop you a message and ask you about it. But other than that, I'm well. But I need somewhere else to live. Wow, it's almost 11. I'm meeting my friend at 12:30 and I haven't done any exercise yet. Jill Mando, that's brilliant. It's a great play on words. Jill Mando. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to Chigozi Truth, subscribe. The guy's fucking hilarious and highly intelligent. And he reminds me of me without being cocky. He just sees it, man. He sees it all for what it is. And he calls it out in a hilarious way, and he doesn't mean to be funny like me. And he can't understand why people can't see what we see. He can just, he'll go to an article, he'll go, here we fucking go to this article, this number, so this happens on this day, of course it fucking does, all by the numbers. It just, he does it so, in such a funny way, man. He's really fucking, really good, really entertaining, but not scripted entertainment. Like, who needs fucking canned laughter like Friends and Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon? Fake laughter, or the audience laugh now. I've been in one of those sets. It tells you when to laugh. It's not how it works with people like me and Chigozie. So real. I've got some little prick out there drilling still. All right? With my shitty little background, and I'm still fucking funnier than these Muppets. Oh, well, Kathy, send me it, please. Please send me it. Please send me it. Omicron is moronic rearranged. Yep. It's an anagram of it. Indeed it is. Another letter from the Greek alphabet. Omicron, Delta, Alpha. Prince Philip was born in Greece. The guy who said he wanted to come back as a deadly virus. It's all by the numbers. We've been played. Accept you're being played. All right? And then create your own game. Stop playing, partaking in their games. Madeleine McCann has 233s. I don't even think that person ever existed. The McCanns are blatantly agents. The mother's blatantly a bloke. And the father's blatantly a woman. Check out the McCanns. They go missing in Portugal. Load of shit. Again, just having people live in fear. All right? So they keep the kids at home. Kids can't play on the streets because the big bad wolf might kidnap them. That's what happened. That happened with me. Late 90s that started happening. So they want you to keep inside. Well, it's safer for my son to be at home playing video games than out on the streets where he could get kidnapped, Sheila. Shut the fuck up. Let the kids be kids, baby. I might get that on a t-shirt. Let the kids be kids, baby. Yeah, she did have a weird eye. Maddie McCann. All right. I'm still talking, but I'm going to go. I've got stuff to do. But cheers, guys. Again, please share my work. I'm trying to help people. I do this to help you, to call out bullshit, to then have more people call it out and see through it, whilst we still have the ability to do live streams on YouTube, because that might stop in a few years. I'm aware of that as well. Okay? So let's get all this out. Let's keep working hard. I work as hard as anybody in this community. Sleep a few hours a day for the last few years, basically, although I've improved slightly better with my sleeping patterns. Red Pill Monkeys just quickly sent me something. Oh my goodness. That's not a real penis. They have to really exaggerate. That's not a penis. This is a woman. It's all right throwing something down. Why do you think Johnny Knoxville could get smashed in his balls with a hammer? Because he don't have any balls. They tell you that with the things. Or they're not real balls. Like a real man. He always got smacked in the balls by ridiculous objects. Come on, let's be real. If that were real bollocks, it'd be fucked. All right. Well, Kathy, drop me a message, please, about the place. Obviously, I'm just by myself now. I don't need anything. I don't need like 3 bedrooms or anything, but it'd be nice to be somewhere where there's not a cunt drilling all morning, basically. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time on True Frequency Radio. I'm joking. I might go live tomorrow. We'll see. I might go live during the Champions League final. Literally zero pressure on me. I've not picked a winner. So I'll just decode it. And for those who care about the truth, you'll enjoy it rather than those who just care about money. All right, I'm off. All right, much love to you all. Thank you. Take care. Have a great weekend. And again, do something enjoyable for yourself and somebody else today. Woo!